It's Friday. It's that time again. It's Live with Lottie time. And I'm all resplendent in orange again today. So hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me here on the show today, wherever you're joining me from around the world and wherever you're watching, whether that be on a Facebook page, the Lottie Hearn TV live channel, whether that's through the Professional Speaking Association channel. There's reasons for all these different places, whether it be with Ladies Go Live. Hello, whoop, whoop, big up, Ladies Go Live, all these wonderful women around the world who are changing the face of live and changing lives with live around the world. And one of those amazing women is actually joining me today because, yay, fantastic news. Lottie's actually been invited. I've been invited to join the Asian professional speakers in Singapore to go to their conference in May. And one of the topics of conversation that they'd like me to talk about is the power of women in live streaming. So I suddenly went, whoop, whoop, I know exactly who to go to come and have a conversation to find out who are the people to watch, who are the people we already know about. Actually, right now, if you're here, write down who are the names of women that you've seen go live, that you love, like, learn from, get inspired by, are educated, edificated by, entertained by. Write some of those names down below because I've been gathering lists of names. And there's some that all of us, or a lot of us already know. But what I'm more interested in are who are the newbies? Who are the new faces? Who are changing your lives with their lives already? And to discuss that with me today, thank you very much on Live with Lottie. Please welcome, big whoop, 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 to the amazing Jenn Nelson.
Thank you, Lottie.
Morning, Jen. I know it's early in the morning.
It is. It's about 8:30 here on the East Coast, and I had Wine Antics Live last night, and I enjoyed my evening. So thank you for bringing all the enthusiasm to the table because it's a struggle here.
We could take it down a notch or two for you, Jen. And for anybody who doesn't know, having Wine Antics isn't just drinking lots and lots of wine. No. It's actually one of the amazing shows that Jen has created, presents, host with herself and her co-host Stub, who have an absolute ball. And please do go. I'm just going to write it up now because if you haven't seen Wine Antics of a Thursday, you've got to go and watch it because they are just hilarious. And you learn about wine and how to taste wine and have some fun responsibly with wine while you're at it as well. So Jen, that's just one of the shows that you do, because I know that I know, but what people might not know about you is actually that's one of many, many different shows that you do, and one of a gamut of influencer roles that you play in the world, because as part of that, you are also the program manager and the ambassador manager for a phenomenal group called Wine Trail Adventures. 181,000 likes, anybody on a group? Wouldn't that be nice? And they regularly have shows that reach out 1,000 plus people. So I know you've got phenomenal shows and events that you're creating with them, Jen, and also with Ladies Go Live too. So first question is, thinking of all the women and people that you've connected with through live streaming over the last few years, who would be your heroes of live, Jen?
That is a really, honestly, really good question, because there's so many people that have really grown up in terms of live streaming in the last 3 years. We have very, very big names of women specifically who are live streaming, such as Mary Smith. She's making a huge impact for Facebook right now, and she constantly live streams. Kim Garst as well on the social media side. She's very active, and she's a keynote speaker for many events. But on a more medium level, and for those people that I get inspired by every day, of course, my coworkers, my co-founders for Ladies Go Live, Tina K. Vallant and Lottie Hearn, you guys inspire me by trying new things and helping me behind the scenes to figure it all out. Because it's a giant puzzle, and we're all still trying to figure everything out, as is the world of business, as is the world of marketing and video. But definitely B. Smith. I watch her nearly every other day, and she is such a genuine person. She connects with people so really well. She has a great and positive message to put out there. She started in one of the other organizations that we know and love, is the Perry Girls. And that's a great group of women who are all about live streaming and growing through collaboration over competition, which I know is one of our big words for Ladies Go Live as well, because that's what we do as women. We really do that effectively, and we should nurture what we are and what we're used to. So I would definitely say I love my co-founders with Ladies Go Live. You guys inspire me every day. B. Smith, she's just such a genuine person, and she's like the person of authentication. There you go. Words. It is early.
Authenticity, Jen. Authenticity. Jen, just go through, because
you can't even say the word.
It's one of those mornings, Jen. But I know that that B, you were saying that B educates, and she does a lot to help other people through suicide prevention and like so what kind of shows have you seen that have reached and kind of grabbed you through the lens that she's one of these people?
Oh, that's a very good question. And let me caveat. The majority of live streams that I watch are like video or marketing focused. So I'm trying to learn something on the live streams, but it's so interesting what women will do in terms of how their businesses are shaping out. They're not like men. They're not gimmicky. Oftentimes they're not gimmicky. They're not trying to sell things. But some people that are really effective, and they're doing things and helping me to learn a little bit more about marketing and live streaming, are the women like who are selling LuLaRoe, the Pearl Girls, the ones that are selling beauty products, those MLM, so multi-level marketing geniuses that are becoming better salespeople, better marketers through live stream. And I love to see that on a very, very high level. You know, I have a big heart for Twitch, which is it's a predominantly gaming platform where there are people making a living, just like they're doing on YouTube, but making a living playing video games or being super creative. I found a artist that is working on a new logo for me. She live streams herself doing her commissions. So clients will contact with her like me, and she will draw out logos, and she does it very anime style, and she does that on Twitch. Twitch is a great platform not only for gamers that would like to make some money by people watching them game. That's like a $3 billion, $6 billion industry across the world. Yes, get a piece of that. And all the way to people that are super creative, and Jackie Tang too, who's cooking on. Yeah,
I was just actually thinking, one of our Ladies Go Live speakers from Australia, she's Malay, Australian. Her son is on the autistic spectrum, I think. I think it's on the autistic spectrum. And she will often have she's got 1.8 million followers last year. That was last year.
Can I hear Lottie?
Oh,
I will be right back, Lottie. I'm going to refresh.
Oh, can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? Because my microphone's plugged in. It's okay. But can you hear me? Catherine Warren, good morning to you, Catherine. If you can hear me, can you hear me? I don't know whether it's my end or whether I need to swap computers. Jen is back. And let's see. Jen, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Now you're back. I know, right? Well, this has been happening with Eli.
Panicking me there. But hey, it was a good chance to be able to say good morning to Catherine. And also, I know we've got Sarah and we've got Stephen who's jumped in the room there as well. And I was going, who's that amazing woman down there, the little icon with the pink hair? That's Jen with pink hair.
I changed it.
Jenny, we were just talking about the tool, the live streaming tool, Twitch, which you said was a gaming tool.
Yes.
But yeah, Jackie M. Tang, she's a phenomenal Australian. She was a chef. She was a TV chef. She was on MasterChef Australia. She was really well known. But she ended up doing live streams so that she could have more control of the work that she was doing, and she wanted to be at home with her son and be there for her son more, but also to find a way to do some fundraising for her son. Yeah. So the fact that she can literally do a free show, and then at the end she'll say, right, give me the money and I'll stay on air. And because they're gamers, people are used to putting in 99 cents, aren't they, Jen?
They are.
And she'll stay on and do an exercise like chopping an onion or something, a bit of fun. And if she does it as a fundraiser, she can raise like $3,000 for doing something fun on air. Mm-hmm. So we always think that we have to be going live to share a message and do something important in the world, which of course, yes, is very important. But Jen, there's always room for some fun here, isn't there?
There is. And there's money. I mean, there is money to be made in fun and entertainment. Do not be misled. There are plenty of people on YouTube have created a career over the last 10 years out of entertaining and educating. So edutainment, right? In a lot of ways. And some of it is just stupid comedy. It's what I call on Confidence on Camera. It's what I call edutainment. Edutainment, yeah.
Education and the entertainment. It used to be a TV term, was infotainment, and I call it edutainment. But what Tina K. Valant, our Ladies Go Live, came up with as a hashtag. Let me just make sure I spell this right, because I'm not even putting the hashtag. Is then inspire.
Oh no, inspiration.
Inspiration. This is one of Tina's favorite made-up words. It's how we both inspire and we educate. And I think the fact that it makes
works, like it totally works, and I love it. I would never have thought of it myself. I would have never used it, but it works, and it becomes super relatable very quickly.
And I think it also brings in the edutainment part, because it always makes me laugh. It makes you laugh. I know we're always taking the mickey out of Tina and going, oh, more words, more crazy words, but we love her for it, because that's the creativity that I think you need to have, that kind of sense of fun and sense of newness when you are live streaming.
Absolutely. But how about you? I mean, what shows on a daily basis, or what women on a daily basis really inspire you, or even on a weekly basis in terms of video and live stream?
It's funny, Jen, when I was asking people about this, like even for yourself, you came up with the likes of Mari Smith, Kim Gast, of the women, one of the women I've always gone to ever since I first started kind of the idea of live streaming, when, because obviously you've been doing the coaching to be on camera for a long time. But Marie Forleo with her red brick wall, like that's now 7 or 8 years ago, more than that she's been doing that. And she's an Anthony Robbins speaker. Other people women who've just gone on and done amazing shows and created. I'm kind of like, I know them. And I know you mentioned other people to me, like you mentioned, and as did the wonderful Ross Brand of Livestream Universe, who comes out with his Livestream Universe predictions every year. He mentioned Mia Voss, some of these names, and you also said Mary Condé as one of the other names that I hadn't seen Mary before, but I've watched her since. And I think it's the message these women have and the impact that they have is so phenomenal. But I'm actually, as a speaker, I'm always looking for who are the new people I can be inspired by, get the new influencers. Who are the new people making an impact? And I think for us, Jen, we've just been so lucky with our speakers last year that we had. The lovely lady who is Rachel Moore, who does the Best of Be Live with Ross Brand. And they have hundreds of people watching their shows, and they can get a couple of thousand views in replays in just like that overnight. And Rachel, I know you know Rachel very, very well. So tell us a little bit more about Rachel and what she does.
So she is really social. Rachel actually kind of stepped out of the social media live streaming world because she took a full-time job. But she still does the Best of Be Live. She does a family gamer theme podcast, which is a lot of fun. I watch because we're personal friends, right? I see her and her family, embracing technology, creating graphics, doing the podcast together. It's so nice to see that she's not only being a part of the live stream community, but then starting to introduce and influence, her immediate next generation to what it is.
At the moment, that is really key as well, because I'm seeing more and more people. Another one of our speakers, one of my favorites, Yasmin Vorji, here in Ireland. And she has a company called Tiny Time Big Results.
Oh, good morning,
here in
Bonnie
Ireland.
And Bart, by the way.
Hey, Bonnie's here as well. Hey, that's another amazing woman that we need to speak about shortly as well. But Yasmin Vorji, Tiny Time Big Results. She's actually been live streaming with her son. I've mentioned her a few times, but her son sits here and he knows where the camera is and he knows when he's looking at himself, and he does this and then he looks at the camera and then he'll smile. And it's hilarious because I'm now seeing as well, I'm noticing more and more. Owen Henza does it with his kids now. It's lovely seeing Rachel with the whole family. That this whole connection is becoming like the leading on to the next generation. It is next gen TV, because they can get involved, and it's fab, isn't it?
It's not just in Hollywood when your kid can be a success. but you're right. Owen Video is how many people know him, and he's really integrated his family into a lot of him building a business. And I think that integration is so very natural for women, right? Kids are such a part of our lives and our days. There's such success there for the long term. I mean, we are living increasingly more public lives. And I think that if you can not ignore what video is, what social media is, what live streaming is, but teach responsibly, you're setting your child up for more success in the future.
Absolutely. And talking, just welcoming people who are in the room right now. Please, ladies, both of you, please put up links in below for your shows. Remember to type something in as well, because you know this anyway, but for anybody who's posting the link to your show, we want to know the wonderful women of live stream. Who are the people that you watch? Who are the people that you love? And who are the new faces that you're seeing right now that you think are going to, it's not a case of being the next Mari Smith or being the next Kim Gast. It's going to be who's the next best you, and what are the messages that you're bringing. So one of those amazing women is the lovely Barb Tomlin. Morning, ladies. Good to catch you live together this morning. Thank you very much, Barb. So Barb, please put in your message below, because another woman is saying hello to you, Barb, is Bonnie Frank. And Bonnie, Bonnie's shows. Tell us a bit more about Bonnie's shows that she speaks about.
So I know that Bonnie does the majority, I believe, marketing, social media, and business. Bonnie was on Blab way back in the day with me, and connected with her through Jonathan Tripp, of course. I haven't seen most of her recent stuff, but I know I saw she's got some live streaming tools coming, so I expect very good things. I know Bonnie is one of those people that likes the tech, likes playing with it, and will make it work for her message.
Because that's the other thing, Jen, as well, is that some people may know and some people may not, that part of the reason that we love this lady here so much at Ladies Go Live is Jen is our resident tech head. She's not just the giver of wine. She is the giver of knowledge in the tech world as well. And one of the people that I'll always go to ask questions. So it's always great when you've got a collaboration and a connection of different women and the men who support us too. But the people that come together, and as I said, one of my favorite hashtags this year is we've got to love COC, the collaborate over compete. And I think this is what the community, especially the Ladies Go Live community, but also I think from the people like Barb and Bonnie and Ross and Rachel and everybody who was around, Jonathan Tripp and yourself, who were around in the Blab days, where it was simply just jumping on screen to have a go and chat, that are now doing these amazing shows. So I suppose the next topic of question then, Jen, is who else, whether they're a Ladies Go Liver or like Bonnie and Barb, ex-blabbers, or like Rachel, ex-blabbers, who are the next people that you think are going to be hot to watch over the next few years?
That's a very good question. So there's things that I really like, and it's not necessarily all women, because let's be honest, there's not a lot of women that are doing, this is my perspective, my little very 2% of the Facebook world as I predominantly watch live stream. I don't see a ton of women out there really leading the charge. It doesn't mean they don't exist. I just don't see them. But there are men and women making big strides in terms of live streaming. I have to point out Mario Armstrong and his beautiful wife, Nicole, behind the scenes, who is the producer and the brains behind, or the orchestrating, I shouldn't say brains, but the orchestrator behind everything.
Sorry, Jen, just to stop you there. It was Mario Armstrong. Then sound just cut out for me then, but it was Mario Armstrong you were mentioning then, isn't it?
Yeah, Mario Armstrong. So in the last year, he's really pushed live streaming from just a thing that's happening on Facebook or on Periscope to what is now, he's Emmy nominated for his work. He's supported by NASDAQ for the second season of the Never Settle show. And he's really bringing great entrepreneurs to light and giving them that hand up and that little bit of exposure that they need to make their dreams come true, giving them a stage to stand on and inspiration and additional support and a growing community of people that watch via live stream. So I have to recognize him, the team of Mario Armstrong and his wife, Nicole, that are making big leaps for live stream. And I think that's only going to continue. I know there's going to be a season 3 of the Never Settle show. I really love what they're doing. Barb says, in the world of Facebook Watch,
they're not just doing it on Facebook as well, are they? So thinking about, I love the fact that you always bring, and so many different tools and so many different people working on different tools, like through Periscope, and the people who were there on Meerkat and all these different tools. So you were saying that Mario goes live on Facebook and on Periscope as well.
He does. Yes, he does. Mm-hmm.
So who else on tools, I suppose, other than Facebook would be some of your ones to watch? And we'll come back to some of the Facebook kings and queens after that.
I'm trying to think, because YouTube has a live, Periscope has live. There are platforms such as Twitch, and you can even use Vimeo now to go live. There's a lot. I feel like I'm at a loss for words in terms of at least YouTube. But Barb did mention Mary Forleo, that you mentioned earlier. I haven't seen her live. I've only caught her on Facebook Watch. So I don't know if she does I think she's done live streams in the past, but I don't know how much she is live streaming anymore. But
yeah, I know she was doing a lot on she's got a massive channel on YouTube.
Yes.
That's where I first found her when I was using YouTube back in the early days myself as well, kind of before when we were all pre-recording and editing videos a lot more. But she was one of the first people like myself, kind of, I made the decision very early on. No, you know what? We need to be presenting. I'm coaching people to present as if you're doing live TV. It's live style video presenting so that it's one take and be a one-hit wonder. And if you go wrong, get over it. It's fine. People love it when people go wrong.
So like Barb mentions here, Facebook Live, she has show favorites in the female category of Kim Garst, Madeline Skylar, and Jenny Q. And that's a good way to start to think about it. No matter what platform a woman is live on is less important than how she's integrating that into her business or into her passion, right? People like that to watch out for. I mean, going back to B. Smith, she's got a great message. She's got a supportive community. She's really charismatic on camera, and she's bringing it off screen. So she is a speaker. She is on TV regularly in Oklahoma and has even been on TMZ. She's doing more in terms of letting that live stream nurture what she's doing on a bigger and broader scale. So she's definitely one person to keep an eye on. And then Erin Sell, who's the founder of Social Media Day Denver. She's a contributing author to Social Media Marketing World. And she is starting to really amp up her speaking game. She's taking what she is as a social media manager and like going into the speaking world. She's been doing some live streams to wrap up Social Media Marketing World, which I'm so glad that she's doing that. So she's more on Be Live now. Rachel Moore has successfully done that as well. She went from lots of live streaming to teaching social media courses in her local community, and then jet setting across the United States and speaking about that. And of course, Jenny Q. Jenny Q is an amazing live streamer. She even wrote a book about it. And she's creating summits. She's creating conferences. She's doing speaking engagements. Like, these are the women that they, for me, have kind of been established as a live streamer, but they're taking it. I would want to watch out for them because they're taking it to the next level and incorporating it into their business.
I think what's happening, Jen, is the fact that people like you and I we've been around the block for a while. I think that when tools can change and the way in which we go live may change, and we'll discuss in a minute just a recent change that may affect us as live streamers to our Facebook groups. But I think people like Jenny Q, Jenny was one of our speakers, again, another speaker at Ladies Go Live last year. Another person that, but I love Jenny's involved as well with Be Live. So there's a lovely community, over 5,000 people who use this particular tool. Let me type and chat at the same time. Be Live TV. And there's a phenomenal community of help, of people who will give you advice and shows, and where you can actually cross promote your shows as well, like we're doing here today. And I know that's how a number of people have been able to jump in and come and say hello because they've seen it through Be Live. So there's always really nice ways to do that. But the other person as well, Jen, who I know was, let's go a bit more international with this, the other side of the world from both you and I, was another of our amazing speakers who is Chinese but lives in Korea and does live streams. This year, Ai Zhang has managed to, let me just check, she's managed to have such a phenomenal list of people on her show. She was originally an educator and she's moved into educational live streams, but that now are including social media tech knowledge and skills and learning. And she says that she's now calling herself more of an innovator, an entrepreneur, an entrevator, Tina would call her, an entrepreneur. But she's been chatting with the likes of Brian Fanzo and Mark Schaefer. And then also, I've never seen Chocolate Johnny, but you know Chocolate Johnny, Jen.
I don't know her, or I don't know him personally, but I've seen lots of his live streams, very successful on Periscope, and he's one of those few people that took a brick and mortar business, came on when live streaming was new, so back in early Periscope, late Meerkat days, and it's just exploded in terms of popularity, and people know him, people connect him with chocolate, just like I'm trying to do with wine. I'm very happy being that wine chick. I'm very happy, and he's very successful at being the happy chocolatier.
Do you think, like, as I said, Zhang, she's building her market. Like, she's got over 10,000 followers now across different social media that she goes live to. And she can get 200-300 people watching her live, and she can have 3,000 to 5,000 views and shares and likes. She can get them now. Do you think that that's because she's in quite a niche market in the Asian world? Or do you think, I think she's being very clever, because I think she might be bringing her Asian knowledge into America to connect Americans back into Asia, which I think sometimes in America and Europe, we forget the rest of the world, and that there are people desperate to chat with us and to connect with us.
I don't think she's at any disadvantage having an Asian market and being able to like go between the two of them, Western and Eastern, so to speak, market. You have to remember, like, there are entire platforms of different kinds of live streams that are happening within the Asian market that are completely independent of Facebook or Periscope or any of that stuff. So we haven't even touched on the fact of how the Eastern side of the world does live stream and what their topics are and how they're making money through there versus what the Western world is. And even the United States is very different from Europe. I mean, there's a ton of people that are doing things very successfully, very quickly on platforms here that haven't translated to Italy. I have a good friend, Katerina, who does live streams in Italy about wine, and she doesn't have the same capabilities as I do here because of connection, specifically Wi-Fi and mobile connection. So it's just, I think anywhere you are, anytime you have a chance to use video, anytime you have a chance to use live stream, you're on the right path. And there are a ton of people in China specifically that are doing exactly what Twitch is doing, exactly what YouTube did 10 years ago. They're getting on there, they're converting people to loyal followers and watchers and making money to be connected with those people, which I always applaud. I always applaud.
One of the things as well that a number of the, again, thinking, coming back to the speaking world, because this kind of conversation kicked off with me going to Singapore to speak in Singapore for professional speakers, and that question, who's hot, Lottie? I would say that for me in Ireland, a lot of our fellow speaking members who are some of the hottest people and some of the hottest live streams are people you would never have heard of, because they are actually using their groups and using their own communities to actually go live too. And one of those people is the lovely Moira Geary, who was one of our main stage speakers at Ladies Go Live last year. She can have, because she's got a community of thousands, like I think she's 7,000 or 8,000 people in her community, just in one Facebook group for one part of her business that follow her. So if she does a public video, she can get 3,000 views, like 3,000 to 5,000 views just overnight, because suddenly her community just, it's out there. But she's done her due diligence of work of helping, giving away things for free, connecting with people, building the relationships, growing. Then here's the product. And I feel, Jen, that's a little bit where we're at with Ladies Go Live as well, is we've been going since last summer. We had the conference last August. We kind of went quiet for a bit, but we were still there with doing some shows. And now we're coming up with our pre-launch. Actually, you can tell us about the membership pre-launch in a moment, Jen, because we're officially launching our new membership section. If Facebook lets us connect through the tool we're using to our group, we may have to have a little bit of a working things out to get things up there for you ladies. But tell us what's happening with the Ladies Go Live membership, Jen.
So for the next, 2 days, we have pre-membership launch sale going on. And at the $88 price point, there's basically 3 amazing things that you get out of it. You get that Go Live community. So a great closed Facebook group full of people that are just like you as live streamers, if you're interested in doing this. You have Grow Live training. So that's how we work. We talk about Go Live, Grow Live with Ladies Go Live, and that's how we've sectioned out what we do in terms of membership. It's that Grow Live training. Going forward from here, we are going to be listening to our members and making sure that we provide amazing training and give them the things that they really need to grow live successfully. And then the last thing is the Ladies Go Live Vault. Like Lottie had mentioned, we have done this for a little over a year now, and we learned a lot of things. We failed forward quite a bit, because that's what people say, fail forward. And we want to share that knowledge with you, things that we've learned along the way, all of our great presentations from the summit last year. We want to share that with our members. And if you come in during the pre-launch sale, you get a free VIP entrance into the 2018 Ladies Go Live Summit. That is literally that value right there covers the $88 membership cost.
I'd forgotten about that, Jen.
Don't forget about that.
Of course. Yes. And I love the way, again, this is where we rely on Tina. Tina goes off and works out that that according to, if you break down $88 like per day, it's 25 cents a day, or it's 20p, 23 euros. She did say it was 25 cents in pesos as well. And I kind of went, no, hold on a second. I don't think the dollar and the peso are quite at the same exchange rate just yet, are they, Jen?
I don't think so.
not quite there. We haven't gone down the tubes so much. But yeah, it's but for anybody who is, if you are a woman and you're involved in live stream and want to connect with a community, I know I've had a few great conversations. Kira Hennigan, she's a speaker here in Ireland. We also had Catherine Dunphy, who was one of our speakers from Ladies Go Live, The Magic of Music. She's in there. We've got Yasmin Vorji, I spoke of early. Moira Geary is in there. Kira Conley.
I've lost you again, Lottie.
Oh, we just lost me. I don't know what was going on there.
I was like, I just lost you again, Lottie. You were getting to such great points. Sorry. No, I was just saying, just as I was giving lots of big shout outs to lots of amazing people, our speakers in Ireland, as I said, Catherine Dunphy, Moira Geary, Yasmin Vorji, all the E's, Kira Conlon, who's our productivity queen of Ireland. And actually, Kira might be joining me next week. She doesn't know it yet, but she might be thrown on camera next week as well. We've people around the world like Ai Zhang in Korea. We've got Ricky Arundel, who's our gender ambassador from the UK. She's a gender equality speaker, phenomenal speaker. Lillian Mola, who helps African women, as does Brigitte Lembanda, I speak about very often in South Africa. We've people, all our wonderful, amazing speakers in America, as you said, from the likes of Rachel Moore, Jenny Q, and so many more names that I've forgotten. Sabrina Kadini and Chichachi Egwu and so many other people. I could go and have a look. Come and have a look at the Ladies Go Live page and you'll see all their faces and everything else. So jump in there and join us before Sunday and you'll get lots of help and get to... We also want to cross-promote each other a bit more as well this year, Jen, I think. And by doing the likes of what Jen and I are doing here, we're both involved in the community and inviting each other on each other's shows and connecting and supporting each other in shows as well. That's really important, isn't it, Jen? I think people forget that. Well, it's organic growth hacking, basically. I mean, all of the platforms are moving towards collaboration and engagement and really creating conversations. It's the way things are happening in marketing. It's more word of mouth, less gimmicky, build relationships before you convert to sales kind of thing. So being in a great group where you have like-minded women that want to collaborate over compete because they understand that that's the way to grow organically. It's just a nurturing and perfect environment. Oh, Lottie, are you doing a Lottie?
Doing a Lottie, folks. I'm leaving the mute on my microphone. I was about to say to you, Jen, because I want to edit specifically this one tip, the 10-second tip from Jenn Nelson, super queen of Ladies Go Live and the tech head of for all us women who go live around the world. Jen, I'm going to put you on screen on your own. Can you give us a 10-second top reason why we as women need to be there live and how much of a powerful message we can get out there? You're on screen on your own. Go for it.
All right. 10 seconds or less. Why you should go live now. As a woman, as a man, anybody, live streaming is the way to be your brand, right? It is the way to get out there and to engage and to meet your audience, connect, just like what I said, build relationships, then build sales. It's so important. Use what is popular right now. Use what the platforms are doing to enhance your message. That is video. That is live stream. Be there, be successful, and make the platforms work for you.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Jen, turn to your left-hand side. We can do a hand clap in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Yay! There we go. High five. Virtual high five.
I am so bad with that.
We've also got to do a big the Asian Professional Speakers Singapore. Big woohoo! Hi, Singapore. And one more just with you, Jen, shouting out, hi, Singapore.
Hey, Singapore. How you doing?
Beautiful. So there we go. That was also part and parcel, folks, of what I'm going to do with this, as I said to Jen beforehand, part of our supportive bras, our broadcast release agreement to help support each other's shows. Those little clips are going in an edit. I'm creating a show reel, and part of this is going onto the professional speakers page in Asia to get this lovely lady introduced as well more into the Asian market. So if you are a live stream woman who is going live, growing live, and thriving live, and know that you have brilliant message. If you're succeeding right now and you have a golden tip, I would love to get you here, whether it is for Live with Lottie or sometime during the day, to come and have some fun with me on screen and share your message about the women you think are cracking it. I'm not going to say killing it. I would have said killing it until Tina says, you can't say things like that, Lottie. We don't do headshots as photographers because that's not very nice in America right now. We do beautiful portraits and extraordinary photography.
You can tell we've been working way too closely together when we have each other's voices in our heads.
It's like, oh, waking up in the morning, Jen, you lucky thing. You've got me going, go kill it on camera today, Jen. Go smash that button. But at least you also have me saying, yes, please enjoy that glass of wine for me, Jen, with Wine Antics.
Yeah, I definitely did.
So hey, let's just have a quick look, Jen, through the messages. So I know, Catherine Warren, she's one of our lovely ladies on our Ladies Go Live 30 challenge. Actually, Jen, share a little bit about that, because I know people can, it's the last day tomorrow, but people can still join right now, can't they? And get all the help for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best thing that we have, this is a 30-day live stream challenge, and we've created a comprehensive PDF that basically makes you successful in live streaming. It gives you a great bank of information, number one, in that PDF, and then gives you a topic or a title to go live about every day. Throughout the challenge, we've sent Facebook messages and created mini blogs and videos to help you go live successfully every day. And that right there was the first challenge, making sure that stuff went out.
And I'll tell you what, one of the people who's been doing it so brilliantly, because even I haven't been going live every day, but I kind of think you know what, for my community, you probably see enough of me live right now. And part of the challenge is to challenge people to do something a little bit differently, film somewhere differently, maybe sometimes. Today's challenge, Jen, actually, let me have a look and read out what today's challenge is. And for those of you who haven't yet joined the challenge, go to the Ladies Go Live Facebook page, or search, do a hashtag Ladies Go Live 30, and you'll be able to find all the information there. Jen, maybe you could put the link in the show notes below. But the challenge today, because Fridays are our creativity days, the days to help you get more creative. And I actually did a promo show yesterday, and this show is actually part of the show because I wanted to get people thinking, who are the women that you watch? I wanted Jen to be here. What are the tools that we can use? Which tools might you go and have a look at? How can you get more creative with your live streams? Who to pay attention to, who's upcoming and new. And this lovely Catherine Warren, who's been sitting up there below, I know she had to run, so she said goodbye. Thank you. We appreciate your comments, Catherine, your support, because saying this kind of thing are exactly the kinds of challenges that we set you to ask for yourself to do, and then ask your viewers to do certain things for you. So we've asked Catherine to go and watch other people and support other people. I know she has. I know the likes of Sarah Fox, our 500-word lawyer, our Live Legals ambassador from the UK. She's just been absolutely phenomenal. You find Sarah at 500 words, 500 words on Facebook. Part of today's challenge was to get somebody else to go live with you. So as I had a little cancellation, I said to Jen, unfortunately, just as she was cracking into her Wine Antics show last night with a bottle of wine, I said, Jen, quick, I need you tomorrow. And she, bless her, this is part of the community, is that you have wonderful women like this person sitting next to me here to jump on screen with you. So I really appreciate that, Jen. You are an absolute superstar. And then Bonnie is saying, oh, here's Bonnie's show.
Yeah, Bonnie kind of dropped everything about her show. It's great.
Sorry, say that again, Jen.
Yeah, Bonnie, because we were talking about Bonnie, and I hadn't watched her more recent stuff, so she's popped in there and talked all about it. Perfect.
Brilliant. 3 shows a week. Oh, my God. But yeah, so Bonnie doesn't need the Ladies Go Live 30 challenge because she's got 3 shows a week. And yesterday's is all about the latest Facebook API algorithm and platform changes and how it affects us as live streamers and online marketeers. Bonnie, if it's okay with you, Jen, we should probably share that with Ladies Go Live, shouldn't we, on our page? Because it might save us having to spend a long time doing a show all about it when actually Bonnie has probably got the hot news and the hot info. So Bonnie, if you're okay with us sharing that show on Ladies Go Live, we would love to do that, please. So we could do that after we've finished live here today, Jen.
I'm struggling enough to find links.
Yeah. What's the link for the Ladies Go Live group? If you actually go and search on Facebook.
I popped it in already.
You put it in, but you can find us at I'll put the challenge hashtag as well here. Is Ladies Go, am I spelling right? Live 30. That's the challenge hashtag.
I'm trying to save Lottie from all of this. She's still
and unfortunately, as I type it up, it's now of course BeLive has decided not to show the links that I want to. And Bonnie's saying absolutely, because it's not showing it in BeLive. She's saying absolutely, thank you. Yes, Bonnie, we will share your live. And Barb says Bonnie's video on the issue is superb.
Good.
Now, Jen, you just heard about this yesterday, as did I. So briefly, for anybody who doesn't know, my understanding is that we can no longer use third-party apps and tools to post into Facebook groups. So that's things like Hootsuite and tools that you may use to cross-post across multiple postings. They won't work to your group anymore. Yes, to your page. Yes, to your TV channel, like this is for me at Lottie Hearn TV. And yes, to your profile, but not to groups. So I know that affects it for us as live streamers. That includes using tools like this, BeLive TV, Zoom, Crowdcast, all these third-party live streaming tools, but we can still go live to business pages, TV channels, any elsewhere other than your groups. So, Jen, I know that you also have a very sneaky way that you managed to go live. So tell us what would be your tip that may help people get around this.
Well, I'll tell you what my experience has been before I tell you the workaround. And I look forward to watching Bonnie's video because I haven't seen the extent or the breadth of what is going on with this. I use a couple of tools. As you know, we use 22 Social behind the scenes, and I use VidPresso. I also use repurpose.io. Those are all integrated apps that use the Facebook API. And if you're already pre-established, if you have a connection with them to use chatbots or to go live with them, the integration seems to still be working. It's for any new connection. So I tried to set up a chatbot system yesterday for Wine Antics, and it wouldn't work. I got an error that says everything is shut down. I also tried to do a new feature with VidPresso and connect it to my Facebook account. And when I hit authorization, it said, no, Facebook has shut down any integrations. Now, the workaround is how any live streamer who has done this from scratch, like myself, I have not tested, but Facebook is still giving you the stream key and the URL. So you can go a very manual route to live streaming. You can use OBS. You can use things like vMix and Wirecast and still go directly into Facebook. Now, please, Bonnie, if you've seen it, correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't tested today. I think you can still do manual type live streams and using RTMP connections. So I will find out a little bit more today as I test because it's kind of come to a shock to everybody that this is a freeze and that you don't have the same connectivity to Facebook as you normally do. And this is, I always hear, for me, it's David Vaughn's voice in the back of my head. Don't be on just one platform. If we all learn something from Blab, when they just pulled the plug, Facebook has the ability to do that at any time or change their rules or play by completely different rules at any time. This is their business, and we're just building our businesses off their backbone. So have your emails and have a way to communicate with your audience in another way.
And it's interesting, Jen, because I think there was like the end of last year, there was some conversation about like, oh, who's using YouTube anymore? Look at the issues YouTube have had. Oh, there's people who are losing their whole businesses because of changes in YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. But rather than sitting back and whinging and moaning about it, I think we need to, and this is where the joys of being a solopreneur collaborateur and working with communities and groups where we have set up, like Ladies Go Live, with a business page, because Bob was just saying, are we now charging for everything at Ladies Go Live? And I was saying, no, Bob, Ladies Go Live as a page, as a community page, will always be there for free. We will be doing live shows there. We will be doing posts, all the things we've usually been doing. But now what we're doing is simply that our members and our speakers from last year who've been in our VIP community that we've been feeling we want to do more for. And we want to grow and get, as we've said, the collaborate over compete women, that kind of community of people together so that you can, if you're new to live stream, learn how to do it in a safe, fun, supportive place. When you are growing your live streams and wanting to connect and collaborate like myself and Jen and Tina have been able to do, and connecting with people like you, Bob, other live streamers around the world, and then to the moving on up to thrive it and start thinking about the business you're putting behind this is what we're wanting to build. And so that's why we've got this pre-launch sale at $88 until Sunday. And the reason it's 88 is because we started, I know it's not quite, don't do the maths, it's not quite 30 days, but we pre-started the Ladies Go Live 30 challenge on International Women's Day, which was the 8th of April. And by having a couple of pre-days, it meant that the 30 days ended tomorrow on the 8th of, so we started 8th of March and we end tomorrow on the 8th of April. So it was the 8th to the 8th. So we went $88. Now our membership normally is nearer $200 odd, depending, $200+ depending on whether we're setting up the monthly or whether you're paying annually with that. So it's it was a no-brainer. Let's get the people who really want and need it right now, people who've gone through the challenge, people who are wanting to make those connections with some of these phenomenal women we've already spoken about, some of the women to watch, the people like Ai Zhang, the people like Rachel Moore, the people like Jenny Q, the people like Moira Geary, the people, who else have we got in there? Just phenomenal women and women who
Krishna Day, Jackie Tang.
Oh, of course, Krishna Day, Jackie Tang, Beck Boop. She's a massive live streamer in the UK. Ricky Arundel, I said, our gender speaker. We've got phenomenal women. Oh, and of course, Claudia Santiago.
Yes, and Sabrina Cassini, Joanne Pham.
And Joanne Pham, who set up Perry Girls. It's like, these are the level of people who are connecting, and we want to just get more conversation happening with our community that's already there. And remember, these people are people that know, that are already connected to, like Tina, the people that Tina knows and meets up with. Jen, the connections in different live stream tool worlds. That sounds a bit weird. Different live worlds, the lives of livers that you know in life.
But I wanted to take a minute and talk to Barb. Yes, we are charging for our membership. Our membership basically includes training opportunities in the future, going forward, exclusive training opportunities in our Facebook group. We will, by April 9th, only have one group associated with Ladies Go Live, and that is exclusively for our members. So yes, we are charging for our group, but it's not just the group. It's the training, it's the networking, the opportunities, and the vault of information. And then, of course, the free entrance into VIP style into the 2018 summit.
And that's going to be, we're actually moving that to September this year, Jen, aren't we? So we're not clashing with European summer holidays as we did a little bit last year in August, and school holidays around the world. And part of that is, right, viewers right now, challengers, all you women, whether you're part of Ladies Go Live and men right now, we are thinking, you know what, there's an International Women's Day. There isn't an International Live Day yet. So Ladies Go Live, let's just bring everybody together. It's the collaborate over compete. The more we can connect together and work together, the more impact we're going to have. I want to see, and I want to hear the names that have come up as I've asked. Who do you watch? Who's hot right now? Everybody's been talking. Marie Forleo, Mari Smith. We've also had Mia Voss has come up as well. B Smith, I love B, but I think B is kind of, she's on the way to the stratosphere. And in Asia, Kate Marie, a lovely woman, Kate Marie O'Brien, she's actually Australian. She and her husband, they run these beautiful retreats in Bali, and she goes live from her living room, which basically is opening directly onto the beach, and it's just stunning. So we want the opportunity to be going live like that. And I'll be doing that from Singapore. Don't you worry, Jen. I'll be connecting with you from Singapore when I'm there at the Asian Professional Speakers Singapore Conference on May the 11th and 12th. And that's part of the reason this topic is coming up. But we need to I want by May, I want from you viewers, please, and the likes of, hey, Jessica's just jumped into the room. Jessica Bennett, hello to you, Jessica. I can't show the comments from everybody anymore. And Bonnie Frank is also saying, never put all of your eggs in one basket, from your comment earlier, Jen. So thank you, Bonnie, for that. But for all of you out there who are the newbies, I want to be able to go to Singapore and go, if you're looking for the hot new faces within their niche, within the wine world, hello, influencer to a page with 181 producer of manager of the program, 181,000 likes. Hello, I want to be able to introduce Singapore and Asia to the likes of people like Jen, people like you. So if you're willing to jump on screen with me and say, hey, Singapore, and a 10-second tip for why go live, who to watch out for, who's hot around the world, then please simply let me know and come live with Lottie. And it's about that time. Oh, it's nearly past. Oh, it's 1 minute. One clock says 2:28. The other one says 2:31. So we'll split the difference. And Jen, any last kind of hot tips for people who might still be in a quandary as to why now, bearing in mind that businesses, big businesses, I've got 2 big contracts going on right now in discussions with massive global organizations who are wanting to start live streaming in-house and with their clients. Why is now the time, Jen, for women especially to be going live around the world?
So, and I hate to compartmentalize this to women, but whoever you are, whether you have, a product out of your kitchen to sell or you're a big business, it is the time now to really figure this out. I akin this to the YouTube model. The first 3 years when people were really using YouTube and using video, there was such growth opportunities. I think live streaming is finally getting to the point where there's this right crossroad of legitimacy and then familiarity. You're talking about bigger brands using this. You're seeing anywhere from the county level of Chamber of Commerce meeting all the way to entrepreneur that are going live on a weekly basis, giving people an insider perspective. That's huge. And being able to connect with brands, that's huge. Now is that time to figure it out in 2018, because as more brands pick this up, as it becomes more mainstream, you're going to have less reach with your live streams. And if you don't already have that established email list, that tribe that supports you, it's going to be harder and harder to be heard. We've seen that already in 2017, that Facebook is saying, okay, it's time to scale back on giving live stream a ton of reach. But you still have time. It's 2018. Practice, try, figure it out. Even if it's once a month and you're making it work for your business, 2018 is the time to do it, because every year and as time passes and it becomes more mainstream and more big brands pick it up, the less and less the individual, the solopreneur, the work at home mom has the opportunity to gain this reach. And I know that I sound like I'm calling fire in the theater, right? But I want people to realize that this is the opportunity, that it's here now, and you really need to strike while the iron is hot. And that's 2018. You're doing a Lottie. Lottie's doing a Lottie.
See, Jen's just saying I'm doing a Lottie. It's no like that'll get around the world. Don't you worry, folks. But the great thing is no shame. I have no ego, no shame. That's what this is all about. Have a laugh and laugh at yourself while you're doing it, folks. Other people can laugh at you, can laugh with you. That's their choice. As long as you are kind to you with your confidence on camera, and bring the best you that you can to screen, just like this amazing woman has done for us today. So, Jen, thank you very much, my darling, for being here. I will just wrap it up with everybody, and we'll do another see you in Singapore.
All right. See you in Singapore.
See you in Singapore. So on that note, folks, I'm just checking the Professional Speaking Association Ireland and make sure I can share this out to the team in Singapore, because these are just some of the tips and some of the ideas and some of the thoughts that can be seen when I'm there with you on May the 11th and 12th. There are still a few tickets, I think, if you're in Singapore and you are a speaker or you wanted to get involved in professional speaking, whether you're a member of the PSA, Professional Speaking Association, the NSA, the National Speakers Association in America, CAPS, which is the Canadian Association of Professional Speakers, or the Australasian or the Asian Professional Speakers Associations, you are able to come as a member at the member price, to their event. And that's where you will see me video bombing, you know, with my usual gear and running around looking for my video bomb superstars who will join me on screen. So come there, come say hi, come be seen on screen and share your biz story, please, on the day. On that note, past the half hour, gotta love you and leave you. Go have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Friday, wherever you are in the world, and a stunning Saturday to boot. And remember, quick, go to Ladies Go Live and join up for membership when you know you want to go live, grow live, and thrive live. Come join us at Ladies Go Live. Big hugs and love, folks. See you soon.